This is an unlacquered Engelbert Schmid high F triple horn. This horn's been disassembled, ultrasonically cleaned, and every square inch has been polished inside and out. We start by lubricating and inserting the high F slides, third, second, first, then the B flat slides, first, second, third, then the F slides, of course. The particular order doesn't really matter, except that the access to the lower rank of tubes is easier. I'm also adjusting the viscosity of the grease depending on the tightness of each individual slide. Some of the slides on a Schmid Triple are so similar in size and shape that even at Houghton horns, we'll sometimes take a photo before disassembly, or we'll make reference marks on the legs to avoid confusion. I've already installed the tandem lever for the high F horn. Next is the lever assembly for the B flat F horn. Both levers use the same screw as the axle. Sometimes we need a bit of tapping to persuade the screw to seat. Next, I adjust the springs for quick and quiet action. The brilliant design of this triple horn is unique to Engelbert Schmid. It uses two pairs of tandem single rotors as change valves between the low F and B flat horns, and between the two low horns and the F-alto horn. When installing the rotors, I lubricate the spindles with medium bearing oil, and then the face of the rotor is lubricated with light rotor oil. We seat the rotor bearing plates with a mallet and special nylon block that won't scratch or mar the finish. Finally, each rotor is checked for smooth operation and no vertical play. On a horn with 7 rotors, there are a lot of parts. 7 valve caps, 7 bearing plates, 7 stop arms and retaining screws, 14 string screws. It's enough to drive you nuts. Fortunately, the rotor parts, including casings, rotors, and bearing plates, are all numbered, stamped with numerals 1 through 7. The two outboard single rotors work in tandem to change the low F and B flat horns. The inboard tandem pair direct the air to the high F horn. The outboard single rotors are number 7 and 6. The inboard pair are 5 and 4. And of course, that leaves the triple rotors. As you'd expect, they're numbered 1, 2, and 3 for the first, second, and third valve combinations. Cutting the bumper material. We use a clear, medium density silicone cord, 4.5 millimeters in diameter. I install the bumpers by using the side of a screwdriver blade and the stop arm to snug them into the cups. Tying horn strings isn't difficult once you've done it a few thousand times. What is tricky is doing it in really tight spaces. I've learned a few tricks though, like using the tip of the screwdriver to direct and hold the string when your finger just gets in the way. And for holding pesky strings in tight spots, sometimes I'll use a surgical clamp or forceps to pull the string tight through the tight spots or hold it in place while I tighten the screw. In 2013, I had the good fortune to visit the Schmid factory for about 3 days. I got to see all the manufacturing operations, and I spent hours training on Engelbert's method of fitting rotors. I also spent hours working with Peter, the technician at the final assembly bench. Peter used a very narrow, very sharp knife to trim the bumpers just so. This is how we get the optimum valve alignment. Getting the proper string tension and lever height adjustments can really affect the performance of the valves. First, second, and third valves are pretty straightforward, but the two tandem pairs for the change valves are tricky. These levers are dependent, so the action of one end affects the action of the opposite end. I usually tie the first side, then insert the string on the opposite end of the arm, leaving a bit of slack. A little fine-tuning, double-checking, check the adjustment again to get the best balance between the pair. Once again, checking for proper lever height and smooth action. Like most things done well, the last 10% of the job takes about 50% of the time. Installing the slides, rotors, and levers is basic, but the best results are achieved with patient adjustment, double and triple checking for smooth and quiet operation. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe if you liked the video. And watch out for more videos from Houghton Horns.